guys, how are you? Linda Sousa with Made with Love and Abundanza, enjoying the journey. And I wanted to just show you a little bit of our food prep today. We are, very busy. We've had a crazy week. Actually, it's been a crazy couple of months. And we're going into another couple of crazy weeks, right? And so usually I like to buy everything fresh. And I like to make it all and prepare it all myself, chop and cut and do all that sort of stuff. Sometimes I just can't do that. Sometimes I'm able to do certain things and not others. And I want to make sure that I'm following a healthy lifestyle, that we're eating good, nutritious foods, we're getting the best value from our food, and that we're eating in a very healthy way. Because when I have healthy choices sitting there and waiting for me, then I'm more apt to stick with those healthier choices and follow the nutrition plan that I choose for myself, so that I'm eating healthier and I achieve my goals. And that means it takes sometimes a little bit of prep. It takes a little bit of work. You've got to set yourself up for success, right? When you're studying to, you want to do something, you take an exam, you've got to study for that exam because you want to get a good grade. Kind of like the same sort of thing. If you want to live a healthier lifestyle, if you want to lose weight and you want to achieve some level of success at that, there are things that you need to do. There's just no other way around it. So I don't have a lot of time. I had a few hours today, and I know that I need to get some stuff done because I have a lot of other things on the agenda today, and I don't intend to spend my entire day in the kitchen. So we went to the market and picked up a few things that we need. We usually have a pretty well-stocked pantry and stuff in the freezer and in the fridge, and so I got things that can complement some of the things that I already have here at the house. I love when they have chopped and fresh prepared vegetables, because we ascribe by veggies most. And here it's, carrots, parsnip, sweet potato. I'm going to take these, I'm going to, spray a little, maybe coconut oil or olive oil on the pan, spread those out, a touch of sea salt, put them in the oven. I'm going to do the same thing with this butternut squash. They're crinkle cut butternut squash fries. So I'm going to cook these today, and then I'm just going to put them in separate containers so that I have them for the week already cooked, already ready, that I can throw in to make a lunch, a dinner, a snack, whatever it is that I want. So those are going to be easy. Those are just, individual side things, and they're kind of, for me, almost like what my starch would be, right? So there's that. This is an Asian stir-fry, vegetables that are already cut up in the market. Now, normally if I had time, I would buy all the fresh vegetables, and I would do all of this myself. I don't really have the time to do that, and I'm not willing to sacrifice my goals for the week. So they have some wonderful, fresh, chopped vegetables, and that's what I did. I got 2 of these because I'm going to stir-fry these. And then they had these beautiful peas. So I got these peas, and I'm going to add to that. And if I feel like it, I could add this cauliflower rice to that as well. But I'm not going to. I'm going to keep that separate because I want to do something else with that. So I'm going to make this, saute all this up. Now, to this I will add chicken or pork or whatever. Sometimes I'll mix it all together and cook it that way. I'm not going to do that this week because I want to be able to be versatile in what our menu is. So I'm going to cook all these veggies and then put them in a glass container and put them in the fridge. I bought some pork, some beautiful organic pork. They're just, pork chops. They're, what do they call them? I think they're almost like a ribeye. Yeah, that pork chop, boneless ribeye style. I'm going to just slice those up, and I'm going to cook it. And then I'll put them in a container. So now if I want to have pork and stir fry, I can do that. In the fridge already that I defrosted this weekend, I have some salmon steaks right here, and I also have some chicken breast cutlets. I'm going to cook those as well because I'm going to probably use those cutlets for stir fry. So I'm going to slice those up, and it'll take no time at all because they're already thin, and I'm just going to chop them up and cook them very simply with a touch of olive oil, and that's done. The salmon steaks I'm going to probably cook in either the cast iron or my Teflon pan. It's just really don't feel like grilling today. And so I'll cook those up, and then I'll have salmon as well. I could add with my mixed veggies, or I could just do like a salmon dinner, right? We could have dinner one night this week. It could be salmon and some vegetables and some of the butternut squash fries, or the carrots and the sweet potato and the parsnip cubes, right? So all roasted up. So there's so many things that you can do. And of course for snacks, some nice carrots, and then I have some celery. I'll take that celery, I'll chop it up, I'll clean it, I'll cut it up into smaller pieces, and probably put them in individual baggies and throw them in the fridge. Quick, easy, almond butter, peanut butter, cashew nut butter, whatever, just plain. Dip it in some chocolate hummus or hummus. There's so many things you can do, versatile, easy snacks. Doesn't cost a lot, it's pretty simple, and it's quick, easy on the go, and something you can take with you that really doesn't need a lot of, I wouldn't keep them unrefrigerated for too long of a period of time, but they certainly would last the day, right? So here you got some carrots and some celery right there for a quick snack. Another quick snack that we like, and when we get that little sweet tooth that comes a-calling, and these are like actually just 4 that we have left. John made a batch of these for our spa day that we had with the ladies in our group. I have a success group, and I took a bunch of the coaches to a spa day because we had a challenge in our group, and 6 of these beautiful ladies went through with that challenge. So we had a beautiful spa day, and we had all kinds of nice little hors d'oeuvres and appetizers and stuff. And one of them was these awesome energy bites. There's just made with some oatmeal, some flaxseed, a little bit of peanut butter, a little honey, and the little mini chocolate. And so put that all together. A touch of vanilla I think might go in there as well. You can or don't have to. And where do oh, here we go. So those are like little chocolate, like semi-sweet chocolate morsels, like these right here, right? These are like the little mini ones. You can also get the cacao, the organic cacao, and you can put that in there. So makes it sweet, easy. These you can pop in the freezer, put them in a little individual serving bags, take them out when you want them, throw them in your lunch bag, take them on a trip. You're going on the airlines, and you're in the airport, and there's all that other stuff you want to stay away from, and you want something sweet and yummy and delicious. Well, these are your go-to. You can even do these without the chocolate chips, and you can put raisins or cranberries or any other kind of dried fruit in them that you want. There's so many ways that you can make this with, pumpkin, with all kinds of stuff. It's absolutely delicious, and it's a great go-to snack, right? Cherries, we love our cherries, and it's the season. They're all out there, right? So we are definitely taking advantage of that. We have a beautiful cherry tree out in the backyard, but the birds have gotten all of ours. We have the Rainier cherries. So we've got these, and these will get washed, they'll get put in the fridge, and then again, those can be put into little individual baggies or containers that can be taken. These tomatoes are awesome. Look at these beautiful. They're like mini Zano, like the Marzano or the plum tomatoes, right? And they are just so nice and juicy, but they're also very firm because they have a lot of meat to them, it's got some substance to it. It's got a nice bite. So I love these, just plain. You want something, you're hungry, another snack, you can have these. Put them in a salad. One of my things that I do when I'm making a salad, I'm not, me, salads are not my go-to. I'm not the biggest on salad. Once in a while I like my salad, and when I make my salad, I really like my salad. But other than that, it's just not my jam. But I love these. I love putting either grape tomatoes or tomatoes like these in my salad, but I don't cut them. I leave them in there whole, and then if I want, when I'm ready to eat the salad, I'll cut them then, because I just don't like, I don't know, I have like a slimy thing with the tomatoes, and I really, unless the tomatoes are from the garden, I really don't even want them. But I love grape, and I do like cherry tomatoes, and I love these. So that's a quick and easy thing. Don't have a lot of time to do a lot of prep this week, so I got some easy fruit. A couple of white peaches, pears, and a few plums. Haven't had any plums this season, so I thought I'd get some of these. The one, right now the humidity is really heavy in the part of the country that we live in. These are all kind of wet. I'm going to wash them all, but then I'm going to dry them really good, because when you leave things with that moisture, especially if you leave them in a bag, the fruit will go bad much, much quicker. than not. We're having another spa day with one of the ladies who wasn't able to make the last one, and so we'll be making some little hors d'oeuvres and appetizers and things for that day. These are fabulous, and they're a great snack. They're Mary's Gone Crackers. I love these. They're organic, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO. They're delicious, and they come in a variety of different flavors, and they're perfect with a little bit of cheese on their own. You can put peanut butter or whatever you want on them. We don't usually do it that way. We usually do it with some cheese. It's really delicious. So I talked about this. We love cashews. So, we get the cashews in bulk so that we have a good go-to easy snack or something to add. If I decided to make this more on like a Tad Pie or like an Asian twist, we could crumble up some cashews and add them to this. We were also out of our soy sauce, and I usually get the gluten-free soy sauce, so we picked that up. And then these are sunflower seeds, and these are already baked in the oven or roasted. Sometimes we would buy these and they're raw. I think they call them pepitos. They're little sunflower seeds. You put them on a sheet, very quickly they will cook. You can put them in the oven, you can put them on top of the stove in a pan, but you've got to watch them because they will burn like nothing. But they're really good, so easy. These are already roasted. So these handful of them, put them in a little container, take them with you. They are fabulous. Put this in your salad, mix it with a dish. This actually is the coleslaw mix. This is fabulous, and this will go great with these. These are just those, those pretty colored little mini carrots, the petite carrots. They're just shredded. Again, if I wanted to, I'd buy the carrots. I'd put them through my food processor, and I would do all of this myself. That does take time. It's so much better when you do it yourself because there is nothing added to it. There are times when you have to do things to save time because you want to reach your goals. So for me, there are weeks when it's got to be a quick and easy go-to. This happens to be one of them, and I'm sharing that with you. So you could saute up this coleslaw. You could add some of this to that. I could even add some of this to this stir fry, which is probably what's going to happen because this whole bag is going to get used today. With this, you can do some ground turkey. You could do even some ground turkey sausage, and then mix that up with this. You can add a little bit of, some of the, healthier sort of seasonings and sauces. There's all kinds of them. We don't use a ton of sauces. We just like what we like. So most of it is seasoned very naturally for us. And then there is this, they have cauliflower rice. Usually I get it, it's ground a little bit smaller than that. But this and a bag of these, saute that up. You can add probably some garlic, a little bit of onion if you wanted to. Very simple with a little bit of soy sauce. And that's like a cauliflower rice. You can take an egg, beat that up and cook that in there. Add some scallions. I have scallions in the fridge. And that makes another side dish. And you can do that. You can make your veggies, put your veggies over your cauliflower rice with your protein on that. Talk about a filling meal that doesn't, make the calorie count go bananas, even though we don't count calories, but also it's healthy for you. Like you can eat, an entire bag of this and it really won't do a lot of damage. If you ate a bag of rice about this size, well, you got to watch what you're eating then, right? And then this is Swiss chard. Love Swiss chard. One of my favorites. So I have 2 bunches of it, and I'll cut this off, look, the stems down. I'll take the leaves off the stem. I'm going to wash, it's going to be washed really well, and then sauteed with a little bit of olive oil and a little garlic, Italiana style, right? And then we have some little cannellini beans. So I'll drain these, and then I will add them to this with the garlic, just give it a little bit of oomph, and that's a fabulous dish, literally on its own. Add a protein, an additional protein if you want on the side, because these beans will give you that protein, and it's fabulous. Then I got, as a side, some just green beans. Steam them, saute them, whatever. If you want, you can do a little bit of zest, a little lemon zest on these, and a little bit of olive oil, and even some fresh thyme. Chop that up in sea salt. Delicious, and a delicious side dish. If you go in veggies most, that's where you're headed, right? Here we ended up going to a Whole Foods, or a store that has a lot of prepared foods. I don't want to do a lot of cooking today. So what we decided to do is get a couple of already cooked chicken breasts. I have all the fixings to make salads in the fridge. Now I can actually make a couple of lunches that will be simple and easy. I can make this stir fry right here, and I can chop this up and put it right on there. It's already cooked, already ready, all set, ready to go. Don't even have to worry about it. So many things that you can do. A little fresh mango, already cut. We love mango. I have watermelon that's already cut. It's in the fridge. And over here is, these are still very hot. They had beautiful, literally just pulled them out of the oven. They were behind the counter, and I'm like, I can have 2 of those. And so I have these beautiful rotisserie chickens. And these are so versatile. Again, you can pull it apart, have actual pieces of the meat, the leg, the thigh. The thigh is just so juicy and delicious and flavorful. The chicken breasts. I was kind of had a hankering for chicken barbecue. You get some of that meat, pull it all apart, put it in a little pot, cook it with some organic chicken broth. Let it really cook so that chicken becomes kind of just tender and stringy. You can just eat it just like that, right? Or whole wheat, half of a whole wheat bun. Put that underneath it. Put that nice chicken on top. You can make a very nice light gravy with some of the chicken stock, or you really don't even need that. You can just eat it just like that. It's delicious. If you want, double bun it. Put the other bun on, put some lettuce in there, and make it like a New England chicken barbecue style sandwich. They have all kinds of mayo if you want to make your own, or you just buy them. And you can still put a little mayo. This is a lifestyle and not a diet, right? So if you want a tablespoon or a teaspoon of mayo, or 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon, so put it on there. Just remember that if you're doing a program like a To Be Mindset or something like that you're tracking all these things, because it might be that you don't need that mayo, and you might find that, I really don't need it. It tastes delicious just as it is, because that alone, I'm sure, has a lot of flavor. And then you add it to this, or you don't even have to do that. Take some nice chicken, put that on the bun. You can use Ezekiel bread. So many different choices. Never had this before, but I saw it and I kind of wanted to try it. So as we get cooking, probably going to put one of these with some ice in my Yeti, and have this on the side instead of that glass of wine that I might want to have. And of course, we always do our almond milk. So we were out of that and needed to get that. I think I've pretty much gone through everything that I have here. We have, again, we've got a lot of stuff in the fridge. I have a lot of veggies in there. Those little mini peppers, those sweet peppers, you can throw them on the grill. You can throw them in the oven. You can eat them just raw. I'm not big for raw peppers. I like my peppers roasted. I have a nice big bag of multicolored peppers in there. Again, I have some nice veggies over here. So zucchini, eggplant, and summer squash. You can slice that up and do it fancy, a little at the diagonal, right? And then brush it with a little olive oil and put those on the grill. But if you're doing the eggplant, you want to make sure when you slice the eggplant, put a little salt on it. I use sea salt usually for everything. Put paper towels on it and kind of let it sit. It'll draw that moisture out. Turn them over, maybe put a little more salt and some paper towels. Suck all that moisture out. And if you want to use them, you can use that eggplant as a hamburger bun. If you don't want, instead of if you have a turkey burger or a hamburger, whatever it is, a lamb burger, whatever you're making, you can use that eggplant as a bun. It is delicious. It's now one of my go-tos. I love it. And sometimes I like just a piece of the eggplant with the bun, and I just hold it like I do a sandwich, and I love it. It's so good. Oh, you can cut it or whatever. Whatever your pleasure is. Add a half of a roasted red pepper to that, the red or the yellow. It's nice and sweet. Put that on there. Oh my goodness, it is delicious. And you're not missing all that other stuff. So that's really it, guys. Oh, and this is just, we were out of tomatoes. John likes to make like a little sauce. We do with the, we were doing an 80-day obsession. We really got into doing the, what was it, honey? What's that stuff you make with the sauce on what we used to put on the Ezekiel bread?
Sloppy Joe.
The sloppy joes. That's it. I'm like total mind blank on that. So anyway, that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to share a little bit with you how you can go and do the things that you need to do or get the things you need to get to keep staying with a program, to keep eating healthy and doing the things that you need to do. The other thing that I don't want to end without mentioning is, there are things like Peapod and different, if you don't have time to go shopping, then take the time to write out a list and have the food delivered. We've done that too. When we've gone on vacation, we have made the arrangements to have it delivered to the house like the day that we come back. So that way we can just get right into getting what we need to get and be on board. It really, in the end, when you look at what you're doing and how you're moving towards the goals that you're setting for yourself, you can find ways to make those things work. There's always a way to make something a little bit easier if that's what you need to do. Because if you find yourself falling into those excuses that keep you stopping you from moving forward or keep you away from getting started, then you need to re-examine that, because you don't need to have excuses. Anything you can come up with, I'm sure that somebody like myself could come up with 5 things to the contrary to that, because it really then just becomes an excuse. You either want to live a healthier lifestyle or you don't. Those are the choices you make. But if you want to, and that's what you say you want, then there are people that are out here who can help you, who can walk the journey with you, and who can help serve you on that path, and who can share tips and things that hopefully will inspire you to maybe make that change and to get started. So that's all I got from Made with Love and Abundanza. I hope that you have a blessed and a beautiful day.